Y'all gotta remember, the Rams left the LA Coliseum for Orange County in about 1980. They fled the hood and went about as far away as they could from any black fans.
Los Angeles as a city had their feelings hurt with the Rams. And then they left. In those days, you didn't just walk out on LA and get away with it, so fans had their feelings kind of hurt.
Then in '82, I heard Al Davis was moving the Raiders to LA. It was one of the greatest days of my life. My team was now in my city.
The jury needed less than 6 hours to rule that the NFL violated antitrust laws by blocking the Raiders' move to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles has a new professional football team.
LA really seemed like the center of the world back then. We had the Raiders, the '84 Olympics, Beverly Hills Cop was a hit, the Showtime Lakers was doing their thing, Fernando Mania was crazy, even the Rams and the Angels won.
Welcome to LA. Welcome to LA. Welcome to LA. They came at the right time when LA was exploding in this big cultural diversity. African Americans, Latinos, Asian Americans, they can go to a stadium and they can be part of a scene where they weren't looked down upon, where they were just as important as anybody in the field. That's the way the Raiders made their fans feel.
So it's like the attitude of a football player was took on by the city of LA. We needed something like that to solidify what we was doing, to give us what we was missing, and they needed what we gave them, what they was missing, a home.
In the preseason 1983, I think everybody was honed into the idea that we could win a title.
We were good on defense, offense, special teams. We were just an all-around good, solid, hard-nosed football team. John Riggins was stopped on 4th and 1 by yours truly, and Marcus took the ball and ran to the left, and nothing was there, and turned it back around and exploded. Got him the MVP right there.
Coach, Tom Flores.
Yes, Mr. President.
I have already had a call from Moscow. They think that Marcus Allen is a new secret weapon, and they insist that we dismantle it.
When you have great coaches, you get great players, and you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it.
These are Los Angeles fans cheering for their Super Bowl champions.
And that's when it took off.
And we shouldn't even think about tomorrow.
This magnificent team have done more than...
They win that Super Bowl, and all of a sudden, boom. LA's always waited for a Super Bowl. Bam! LA is now the Super Bowl champion team. And now, all of a sudden, the Raiders are on center stage.
Wondered why I was in love with Los Angeles. This is it. I love LA.
By the mid-'80s, the Raiders owned LA. The 80s was just a crazy time. The Silver and Black closed out the decade with 4 bad seasons. Al Davis wanted out of the Coliseum. He fought with the politicians. And more of the homies was getting shot in Raiders gear. There was no doubt the Raiders' honeymoon in L.A. was over. And the next chapter would forever alter this team and this city.
In California, police began a crackdown Sunday on rowdy football fans at the Los Angeles Coliseum. 34 fans were arrested, 88 others were thrown out of the game. The crackdown comes a week after a fan was critically beaten during a game.
It was clear that the Raiders were a hood team.
And with the unsavory element continued to grow, it chased families away, I think, from the Coliseum.
The attitude of the fans really deteriorated.
The Rodney King incident, I think, was the straw. Even the sports teams, you know. I think after that riot, Al just wanted to pack up and leave.
And the riots weren't too far from Coliseum, and people said, oh, that's a dangerous neighborhood. That became an excuse not to come down here.
The crazy owner, the team's decline,
For
the
13
LA
years,
riots.
Oakland Raider fans have been hoping that someday, some way, their Raiders would return home.
They're coming back.
Yesterday, Al Davis signed a letter of intent
to play for the next 16 years, at least, at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum.
which leaves Los Angeles, the country's second largest market, without a football team.
I couldn't have stayed in L.A. under the conditions that were there. I had to come back to Oakland. And as L.A. knows, if they can get a stadium, they can knock on the door.
Here we are, a major city without a major football team.
Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone.
This question, 16 years, just about a generation of no football in Los Angeles. Who is most responsible for that absence?
Well, I think everyone has some role to play and some blame to share, because there's no way that Los Angeles should have been without a team for 16 years. There are a lot of young people who are waiting for a great football team to be in Los Angeles, to join the Lakers, Dodgers, Galaxy, Kings.
That football, once it comes, will be here to stay, and that our fan base will have many decades of football to
Man, we're getting closer and closer to bringing football back to Los Angeles, and boy, am I excited.